Good morning, and welcome to another Fast Tracks webinar. Webinars are weekly events that are held on Fridays at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, and they cover a variety of topics from the Fast Track Solutions software that we have. To get to the webinars, you just go to goftx.com, then over to the FTx Lifeline link. Once the page loads, if you'll scroll about halfway down the screen, you'll get to the webinar section. Once you click on that and the webinars page opens up, there you'll be able to view previous webinars, and you can view the recordings. You can sign up for upcoming webinars, and we also have a link where you can subscribe to get notified of the upcoming webinars and also any other Fast Tracks news that's coming. So today we're actually going to cover Cloud POS, in particular in item management. So what we're going to do is we're going to log into our control center. And then from control center, we're going to go to point of sale. And from point of sale, we're going to go to our price book. All right, so under price book, I'm going to go to products. And this will list all the products that I have. As you can see, it says I've got 1 to 30 showing of a little over 23,000. Now I can go up here and also change how many that I see at one time. By default, it's 30, but if I wanted to see 100, 500, or 1,000, I can do so by just clicking on it. Then I can see more per page. Right, there's different ways that we can actually look up products here. We have an item name, so we could actually search for, a description. We can narrow it down by department. We can search for a specific UPC number. We can also go by price or cost of an item. So for example, if I wanted to look up, let's say Marlboro, I can just type in a name, hit enter, and then it's going to come up with Marlboros for me. If I needed to narrow it down even more, I could go by department. So now I'm looking up Marlboro in department 46, which is my full price packs. Right, if I want to go and actually look at the details of an item, under actions, I have a modify button. If I click modify on this top one, it's going to take me into edit product. So from here, it's going to show us our UPC number, if it's active or not, if we're tracking inventory on the item. We have our description. And then we have our categories. So this is under SIG full price. It's a full price pack. It's a Philip Morris, and it's also Marlboro. And for manufacturer / brand, we have Philip Morris as our manufacturer. And then if we have any tags we want associated with it, we can put tags in here as well. This will help us in searching and for reports purposes. It shows us what department it belongs to. Over here to the right, we have our parent-child link information. Since we're looking at a pack, There's no child product associated with it because we are looking at the child. But under parent, it shows us what the carton is. If we want to go to the carton, all we'd have to do is hit open product. And that's going to open up another tab with the carton information in it. All right, if we scroll down a little bit further on the bottom, we have our pricing. So you can see we have different price book zones here. It tells us what the pricing type is. It's all standard. If this was different, as far as like say pick a pack or mix match, it would say that under price type. We have our cost for the product. We have our retail price, and then what our margin is. If I'm needing to update, say, the cost or the price of this item, I can do it from here by going to the zone individually and just update the cost or the price, either one. If they're all going to be the same, I can do update all costs. And it gives me the option, I can do it by location group or I can update all. In this case, I'm just going to say update all. All I'd have to do is go in and say set the price, or I'm sorry, the cost at, we'll do $7.927 and save. So now as you can see, all my costs are all the same. I could do the same thing for pricing by updating all prices. I do it by location or by all. If I'm doing it by location group, I'd have to have the location group already set up. And I'd select which group it is that I'm doing. And only stores in that group would be affected with the update. All right, another thing that we can do when we have an item pulled up here is we can create what's called a template. A template would be used for if you're adding new items that are all similar. They're all going to have the same category, they're the same department. So instead of having to enter all that each time, I can create a template for it. So the way that I can do this is I can come up here to the top of the item and I have save as template. So it gives me the option. I can replace an existing template or I can create a new one. So in this case, I'm going to tell it to create new. We'll just call it Marlboro Packs. And we'll tell it save as a template. All right, so now I have a template saved. So let's cancel here and we're going to look at adding a new item. All right, let's say I've got a new item that I need to enter in. I've got a new type of Marlboro. I can hit add new. Then I have all the information here that I would need to fill out. The other option is from the template. I can do load template. And here's my Marlboro packs that we just created. So as you can see, it put in Marlboro 72 black menthol box pack copy 1. I would want to take and change this to whatever the description is for my new item. I'd put in my new UPC number. And then I have the option to copy the buy downs, the discounts, any price exceptions, all the attributes. If it's in commissions, I can copy POS flags, copy campaigns. And then I can also add vendor parts if I wanted to. Generally, it's going to be a different vendor part, so I wouldn't necessarily want to copy the vendor part over. But all the other ones would put it in any buy downs or discounts that are existing for the template would be added to this new item. So we're just going to leave this as copy one. We'll just put in a UPC. Tell it to load from template. And it tells me that product was already in the system. All right. Tells me my product was successfully created. All right. My new UPC, new description. As you can see, my category, all that pulled over exactly the same. My manufacturing brand stayed the same. I have the same tags. I have the same department. So that allows me to save time instead of having to create, say, 5 to 10 new items that have came in. If they're all similar, I can create one template and get all the attributes added to them all at one time. All right. One other way that we can go in and do our price and cost changes, not only can we do it on the items here, but we can also do it in mass updates. So from within mass updates, we can filter to whatever category we need to go to. So in this case, we are looking at SIG full price. And if I want to do the packs, I want to do Philip Morris. And I'm going to select my Marlboro. All right, so we have all of our items here. It tells us that we're showing 1 to 60 of 60 entries here. I'd want to check the box where I'm selecting all of the items. And I can come over here to choose actions. So the action I want to say, if I wanted to change prices, I can do change standard price. So I can set the price. I can add $1 to the existing price, or I can add a percentage to the existing price. And if I'm adding $1 or adding a percentage, I can also choose to round up to the nearest 5 or to the nearest 9. So my cents would actually round up to, say, 75 cents or 79 cents and not 74 or 78. I can also do no rounding to where whatever that percentage is or whatever the dollar adding to it is will be just whatever that is. I'm not rounding it to 5 or 9. Once I select which way I want to do this, I want it to add a percentage. Say if I wanted to do 5%, I could come down here and tell it to preview it. It's telling me only 58 of 60 will be updated because 2 of the items were not set as standard pricing. But it's going to show me what my old price was and what my new price will be. I can select which zones I'm adding this to. I can do it to all of them or just 1 or 2. If I like how everything looks, all I have to do is hit apply mass update. And that's going to change everything here to looks like $9.13. It's going to ask me if I'm sure. I'm going to tell it yes. All right, so it told me that it was done. And now, as you can see, my price is $9.13 on all these items, with the exception of these two that were marked as others. The same thing can be done for costs. I can do cost updates, and I have the same options. I can set cost, add a dollar amount, or add a percentage. With the cost, I also have the option to apply this to the vendor part as well. So if I want to apply it to the vendor part, I would select what vendor I receive these products from. And when I go to apply that cost update, it will change the cost of my vendor part as well. All right, that covers adding a new item in Cloud POS, and also going in and editing the cost and the price. And also we went over how to create templates for easier creating of new items. I hope you learned something today. Also remember, webinars are weekly events that are done on Fridays. And to get there, you can just go to goftx.com/webinars, and that'll bring you straight to the webinars page. And from here, you can view the previous recordings that we've had, sign up for new ones, and also subscribe to get notified of upcoming webinars. Thank you and have a good day.